You do end up eating in a dream and you wake up, you have to not eat until after 12 that morning and say a prayer against whatever spell work, deposit, or negative entity they tried to have you ingest. I have had someone try to call on my spirit twice, where you feel like someone's there, but you pull the curtains, no one there, but it's like you feel a presence. That is a sign of spiritual and witchcraft attack. That person is in your house. In that dream, I got beat up. Like, it was like 5 girls jumping me. But in that dream, that happened after I did a live. So a lot of times I get those weird dreams after lives. Hello guys, welcome to Your Level Up Guru. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and go ahead and like this video. So today we are going to be talking about a super important topic, which is also super like spooky, but I actually do like spooky stuff. I love spooky stuff. Like, honey, take me to the haunted house. I will go in every room in there. I love like spiritual things. So this video is going to be on spiritual / witchcraft attacks and how they are real. So I'm going to share with you guys some of the signs of spiritual and witchcraft attacks. I'm also going to share with you guys some personal stories of spiritual and witchcraft attacks that I have experienced. So let's get started. Number 1, you are eating in dreams. Now, unless you go to bed and you're like really hungry, and sometimes you can go to bed and either if you're really hungry or you had to pee before going to bed, you will have a dream of you peeing or you will have a dream of you eating, because that's what your body wants to do in your waking life. However, if you are not hungry when you're going to sleep and every night you're going to bed, you're having dreams of you eating pasta or cookies or cake or burgers, or you're at some type of feast, you are not eating food. You are actually eating blood. It is a blood sacrifice that either a witch or warlock or whatever type of spell they tried to conjure that day, it can appear in your dreams as you eating foods. I will give you an experience like this. I remember I had a dream that I was sitting on a table and there was somebody sitting across from me. And this is why it's important to pray before you go to sleep, but I'll talk about that at the end of this video. So this person had a plate of food in front of them and they put it in front of me. They said, "Here, eat." And in the dream, I looked down at the plate. I said, "No, I don't want it." And I pushed the plate towards them. They pushed it back towards me and they're like, "You need to eat this." I'm like, "No, I don't want it." And I pushed it back. And then I got up and I'm like, "Oh wow, thank you God. Like, you just protected me from whatever type of spell that somebody was trying to do or whatever type of blood sacrifice they're trying to have me eat. I didn't accept it. I pushed it away. I didn't want it." So the reason why that happened is because when you pray against things like that and they try to appear in your dreams, they cannot succeed because you've already put a shield and you've already cloaked yourself with your prayer. So, and now if you do end up eating in a dream and you wake up, you have to not eat until after 12 that morning and say a prayer against whatever spell work, deposit, or negative entity they tried to have you ingest. And then you eat after 12. You don't eat before that. Not even water. Sign number 2 of spiritual and witchcraft attacks is something is being given to you in a dream or something is being taken from you in a dream. So someone gives you like a ring in a dream, or someone gives you a gift box, or somebody gives you a necklace or any type of object, and it feels eerie. Like when you get up from the dream, it feels strange. You feel eerie. You just entered some type of covenant. Someone unconsciously made you enter into some type of covenant. Same thing if you're losing things in your dream, like you're losing your keys, you're losing your purse, you're losing your shoes, you keep losing your car. You're not actually losing those things. Those things represent something that the person is trying to take from you in your waking life. So that car key could represent wealth. That purse can represent health. Something is being taken from you. That is a sign of spiritual and witchcraft attacks in your dreams. So be cautious with that. And if you keep having dreams of something being given or taken from you, it's time for you to pray and go into spiritual warfare to battle whatever that person is trying to do. The next sign of spiritual and witchcraft attack is they call on your spirit. Now, I'm going to get really freaky, but I'm about to share with you guys something that's very, very crucial. I have had someone try to call on my spirit twice. And because I have a connection with God and because of my spiritual gifts, I know. Which is why I hate when even people online try to tap into my energy. I'm going to know that someone is trying to tap into my energy. I'm going to feel it, okay? Like, when I sleep, I'm going to feel it. Like, don't think, there are so many people, even on this channel, that are blocked, and you notice that you can't comment anymore. It's because I know that you tried to do something crazy to me spiritually, and I saw it. And that's why you can't comment, and that's why you're blocked. And it's difficult sometimes being an influencer because people like to try things. You know, they try to tap into your energy. They think because you don't know them personally, you're not going to feel it or you're not going to know it. What I can say about that, you guys, is please get a hobby and stop trying to infiltrate yourself into other people's lives or testing the waters to see if you can find out something about this person or throw this on this person. Every single time you do something, there will be a price to pay on your end for it, which is why I don't even understand why people do that. But anyways, yes, a sign of spiritual or witchcraft attack is they try calling on your spirit. I had this happen to me 3 days ago. I was laying in my bed and I was sleeping. And I woke up to my spirit, meaning, you know, I'm a person, this is my body, but I have a soul in my spirit. To in my spirit, like I heard this in my body of someone yelling my name, and this person yelled my name 3 times. And it was aggressive and loud, and the person sounded very evil and angry and cunning. Like the way that they said my name was like they were screaming it, they were shrieking it almost. Like if you hear it, it would make you tremble at how this person was saying my name. And they said it 3 times, and I woke up because my spirit heard and felt. And I woke up and I prayed to God about this person, and I said, whoever this person is, I'm not even gonna say what I said, but there are severe consequences when you try to tap into someone's energy, call on a person's spirit, because if it does not work, God is going to do some very scary things to you, which is why I don't know why people even do that. The consequences are so aggressive. I just don't understand why someone would do that. So sometimes signs of spiritual or witchcraft attack is someone may be calling on your spirit, meaning that could be why you cannot sleep at night. Some of you guys are experiencing sleep problems. You can't sleep. No amount of melatonin works. You have extreme anxiety. You can't focus. Someone is tussling and battling you. Someone is battling you. I remember one of the spiritual advisors and prophets that I follow, you know, sometimes he will tell me about myself, and I was having some very difficulty during that period in time in my life, and he told me, you need to pray. And I said, why? He's like, the reason why you're a little bit uneasy is because someone has been astral projecting into your bedroom. And I'm like, are you serious right now? He's like, yes. So ever since he told me what to do, and I've been doing my prayers and stuff like that nobody's coming in here no more. But I'm just saying, like, the fact that someone would even attempt, it's so sick to me. I don't understand why people do things like that. But I'm just saying that some of you guys, your family, your friends, people who are actually your enemy, they come into your house every day spiritually. They're watching you. That's how they know so much information about you, because they are leaving their body and astral projecting into your room, into your house, into your kitchen. That's why whenever you're in the shower, you feel like someone's there, but you pull the curtains, no one there, but it's like you feel a presence. That is a sign of spiritual and witchcraft attack. That person is in your house. So how do you protect yourself from that? Prayer, anoint your house, say your psalms, and there are specific prayers that you have to pray. One of the major ones meaning breaking of the silver cord. Everybody that astral projects is connected to a silver cord. Once that cord is broken, if someone decides to astral project and you're astral projecting into a believer's home and they pray that prayer, you're in trouble. Because if that cord, if they're praying for the silver cord to break in half, that means you're not going to get back into your body. That's what that means. So you got to be very careful when you're making the decision to do those type of things to people, because you don't know who you're doing it to and you don't know what prayers they pray. So if you astral project into someone's house that you're obsessed with or to spy on them and they pray that prayer, there's a good chance you may not be able to get back into your body. And if you can't, that's how people end up passing away in their sleep. So that's a very big part of witchcraft and spiritual attacks, is if you're feeling uneasy. Even if you're a baby, some of you guys, your baby keeps crying in the middle of the night and you don't know why, and you're checking the baby monitor, you're checking the camera. The baby is just having anxiety. Someone is in your baby's room. You can't see them, but somebody's in your baby's room. Okay, so pray over the nursery. Okay, the next sign of spiritual and witchcraft attacks is, ooh, this is a big one. You are getting beat up in a dream. Beat up in a dream, accused in a dream, challenged, or you're around a group of people who are trying to attack you in some way. I remember there was a time I had a dream that I got beat up. Like, I'm telling y'all, I got my ass whooped. In that dream, I got beat up. Like, it was like 5 girls jumping me. But in that dream, that happened after I did a live. So a lot of times I get those weird dreams after lives, which is why I don't go on live that much anymore, because there's too much energy exchange between me and strangers. So that's why you guys can see I don't go on live that much anymore, because it's weird, you know? Like, I'd have dreams of me getting beat up and just dreams. I remember I went on a live one time, this was like 2 years ago, and I went to bed that night and it was like some type of entity wearing red, like trying to float around me like a fairy. Just like, people are just too weird, you know? And that's why sometimes when people are so weird and they don't respect somebody else and they try to attack you spiritually and do crazy things like that, it takes away from the fun. It takes away from the fun, because now I can't do as much as I would want to do because people are just very annoying, you know? And that kind of reminds me about Beyonce, why she doesn't do interviews anymore and you don't get much of her anymore, because people don't know how to act. Which is why I stopped going on live, because I would just, yeah, it was like this fairy and red. Like, I knew it was a dark demonic entity, you know? So I knew that something wasn't right. And it was some kind of spiritual attack. And when I woke up from the dream, God gave me the name of this person. I don't know if it was just a subscriber. I don't know if it's somebody who knows me from my past. I don't know. But God gave me the first and last name of this person. And I did my prayers. Because God he always gives me names. And he always gives me pictures of how the person looks. So I'll always know exactly what and who to pray. There was a time, when I give you guys another freebie story, there was a time where I first started my YouTube. This was 2 years ago. I had a dream, y'all, of a subscriber that had candles lit everywhere, all types of charms and stuff, doing all these crazy things with her hands, trying to conjure something negative against me. And God told me in my dream, this is one of your subscribers and this is what she's doing. You need to pray. So I don't know why people, like, if you are jealous or you don't like somebody, stop watching their channel. I don't understand people. It's so weird, and they think you're not gonna know. And this person has tried to reach out to me on TikTok. Like, I know you, girl. I know you. I've seen you in my dreams. God has exposed you to me. Leave me alone. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying that people are just, I don't know why they do these things. Like, my prophet's gonna tell me, somebody's gonna tell me about what's going on. The next thing is that you're under spiritual and witchcraft attack is your money is funny. You can't hold money. You can't keep money. Anytime you get a big lump sum of money, your car stops working, or your washing machine stops working, or your tooth starts hurting. Ugh, now you got to go to the dentist and spend $3,000 on your tooth, right? Ooh. You got to go to the dentist and spend $3,000 or $4,000 on your tooth, right? For some reason, every time you get money, you can't keep it. That is a major sign of spiritual and witchcraft attack. The next thing is you can't remember your dreams. So remember how I told you guys that people attack people in their dreams when they can't attack them in their waking life, which is why you can see a relative that you know doesn't like you, that you don't talk to, but you keep having dreams about them. They're trying to get you in your dream, right? They may be handing you something, trying to talk to you, trying to get you to eat something. So, yes, you can't remember your dreams, and people can attack you when you don't remember your dreams, because when you get up, you can't pray against it. You can't do nothing against it if you don't remember it. So if you don't have any dreams, or you haven't dreamed in 3 or 4 days, or some nights you don't dream at all, that is a sign of spiritual and witchcraft attack when you do not dream. They are blocking out your dreams so that they can attack you and have you join covenants while you sleep, and you're not going to remember it. Very, very important. The next sign of spiritual and witchcraft attack is, I talked about the astral projection, like weird presence in your home. Yes, there are some people who will astral project into your house. I remember there was a time 2 years ago I was laying in my bed and I was studying for something, and I knew somebody was in my room. Like, I could feel it. And I turned around to the corner and I'm like, get out. You don't belong here. Don't come back here again. And then the presence just went away, and I just didn't feel it or sense it, but I knew somebody was in my room watching me study. This stuff is real. I mean, you may be watching this and you're like, okay, is she insane? I'm not, okay? There are so many videos of this. There are books on how to astral project in libraries. Like, people actually do leave their bodies and go on the astral plane, sorry, excuse me, and travel all over the world, or go to people's houses. There was this one lady that was on TikTok, I believe, and she said she said that she knew that the Kardashians were woke when she tried to astral project to Kylie's house, but she couldn't get in because there was a huge bubble around Kylie Jenner's house, which means she cloaks and protects her house because she knows spiritually someone's going to try to go in there and spy on her. There are certain people who do that. So if you ever have weird, like, you just feel like someone's in your house with you, they probably are, okay? Another sign of astral projection as well is when you randomly get tired and overwhelmed and exhausted randomly in the middle of your day. Like, you had a day where you planned to do so many different things, and you end up not being able to get anything done. It's because that presence is siphoning you from getting what you need to get done. The next thing, or the next sign of spiritual or witchcraft attacks is, ooh, this is a big one. You're being chased. You're either being chased in a dream by a dog. Ooh, excuse me. I was reading this book called On Spiritual Warfare, and one of the girls in the book was saying that she kept having dreams of her being chased by a leopard, which is very crazy. And then she ended up finding out that this was some type of witchcraft thing that was trying to get her. That was a part of her lineage. So if you're being chased by a person, by an object, if you see yourself in dark areas, things like that, that is a sign of spiritual and witchcraft attack. You see yourself in dark forests or just very eerie areas, that is a major sign of witchcraft attack as well. The next sign of spiritual and witchcraft attack is that you are tired and unmotivated. So let's say you were someone where you always loved to work out, or you always loved to cook, or you were building a business, or you were designing clothes, or you were getting into architecture or art, or you were rapping or trying to become a singer, and all of a sudden you don't want to do it anymore. And your parents, your family, your spouse, they're like, I don't understand. You used to love this. Like, all of a sudden you hate it. Yeah, that was an arrow sent to you, honey. Somebody saw the potential in you and how much money you could make, and they saw your success and your glory, and they said, let me just take away her desire to do that thing. And if I take away her desire to do that thing, then she cannot be successful and I could feel better about myself. The main reason why people send these type of attacks and do these kind of things to people, I want you guys to understand that it is jealousy. Jealousy is the root of why people do these things. They're like, if I can throw a rock in her path, if I can delay her and stop her, and it's because they're too lazy to do the work themselves, you know. She has a hobby that she can be successful in. Why don't you find your own hobby? No, I gotta throw some type of attack. That's how people are. They're very jealous and they're very envious and they're very evil. So they do these kind of things to somehow stop the destiny of the person that they are jealous of, and it's our job to be equipped and to fight in the spiritual battle to ensure that you win. So if you're constantly being chased in your dream by someone or something, that's definitely not something to ignore. That is a major sign of spiritual and witchcraft attack. The next thing is a sign of a major spiritual and witchcraft attack is just an overall trail of bad luck. Like, things are just not working. Like, you went to work, your boss was giving you a hard time. Then when you got home, you got into a fight with your boyfriend. Then you're like, okay, I don't want to deal with you. I'm going to go to Publix. You drive to Publix. You get in a car accident. Then you try to find your phone. You can't find it because you left it on the kitchen table before you left your house. It's like a trail of negative occurrence after negative occurrence after negative occurrence after negative occurrence. And it's abnormal because it's like one after the other. That is a sign that you are probably getting spiritually attacked and someone is trying to give you a hard time. For me, I've always had the ability to know when something is not right with somebody off rip. Like, I can either meet you or look at your photo and immediately know who you are or the type of person that you are. I remember I think I shared this story when I was on live. My cousin had a birthday dinner that I did not go to, but she took photos and one of my other family members went. And she's like, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Let me see the photos of the birthday dinner. It must have been so much fun. It looked so much fun. And I'm going through the photos and I see my cousin, who it was her birthday, standing next to this woman wearing green. And I'm like, ooh, I did one of those when I looked at the photo. And my other cousin was like, why did you make that face? I'm like, that lady in green is really weird. She's like, you think so? You don't even know her. I'm like, something's not right about her. And then I called my cousin and I told her, I don't know, you know, there's somebody in that photo that I think is just weird and that you need to get away from. And when I told her who it was, she was like, it's so funny that you say that because this person has been doing some very evil things to me. I just found out and I'm ready to call her to end the friendship. So I'm not always on top of it, but I've always had the ability to just read people. So I feel like God has blessed me with that because he knows I was going to need it because of the type of stuff that people will try. And I've had people try, oh my God, if you guys want a video on this, I will literally comment below if you want. But the type of things that people have tried with me spiritually is like, it's been many different things. And they thought I wouldn't find out, but I always find out and immediately pray and distance myself. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on spiritual and witchcraft attacks. Please like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to go to my website, yourlevelupguru.net. And also, don't forget to book your private girl chat with your girl. Follow me on my socials. They are all in the descriptions. Thank you. Love you guys.